Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is March the 27th, 2019. Strong hand, offended by selling. Value your wealth in Bitcoin. Unconfiscatable. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. Be a unique beast. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. All right. Friday's show. Today's Wednesday. Friday's show is This Week in Bitcoin. It will be at noon Eastern time. 2 guests confirmed so far. There'll be a third. Ansel Lindner is one of them. And Gabriel Devine is another one. Oh, it'll be a blast on Friday. Check out last Friday's show and Saturday's show. Sportsmeister.com for all my podcasts. TechBalt.com for all of This Week in Bitcoin shows. TechBalt on Twitter. It's all linked to below. DisruptMeister.com. First thing of the day that we're going to talk about is a tweet by Matt Odell, who goes back in history and reminds us the next run will catch most off guard as well, as is tradition. And he's referring to late 2017. There were still people saying, oh, Bitcoin's dead. This is just a little spike. And we had a huge run in terms of fiat. And yeah, it caught a lot of people by surprise because a lot of people like the FUD. And hey, a lot of people like to be conservative too and you know, not get too excited. And the same thing will happen when you least expect it. There'll be a huge pump in terms of fiat, and we'll experience it all over again. So yeah, the next run will catch most off guard as well, and maybe that'll make some of your hands stronger. If you feel down, you're like, oh, it'll never happen. Don't worry, it'll happen. You'll be totally caught off guard. It's happened. That's how it always happens. Pound that like button for history. Moving on. All right, now Bitwise Investments. They were the guys that were behind the report that said 95% of the exchange's volume, Bitcoin volume trading is fake. And I did a little bit of investigation. I went to their site. I wanted to see what these dudes were about. They're based in San Francisco, and it looked like a bunch of smart guys. I actually quickly contacted one through DM over Twitter, and he seemed like a nice, smart dude. And I wanted to see, well, what are these guys trying to do? I think they want to have an ETF one day or something. The reason they did the report was for the SEC. So they're guys that follow the rules, and they want to build a robust company that is not just involved with Bitcoin. If you go to their site, and I link to their site below, they've got funds and indexes listed there, and you can't buy into them yet. Maybe like a few you can, but they're not approved by the SEC yet. As we know, the financialization of cryptocurrency with these funds, it hasn't taken off yet. It's going to be huge one day. There are going to be all these crypto funds, all these ways of mixing and matching all of the various cryptos into all sorts of products that I can't even describe because I don't get mixed up in that nonsense finance stuff. All I simply do is buy Bitcoin. But there are a lot of people that don't know how to do that. They don't know how to buy Bitcoin. They don't know how to store Bitcoin. And then they see there are all these other cryptocurrencies, and they want some magical fund to take care of it for them. Well, these guys are one of these people, but they're not some. They're not low level. They're very professional. The site and the people on the site look professional. And it's not some fly-by-night thing. Now, in the future, there are going to be all sorts of crypto funds that will just steal your money and will allot your money into all sorts of fifth-tier altcoins and whatnot. But I wanted to take a look at their different proposed funds or indexes, everything that's there. Now, they've got one called the Bitwise 10. And basically, it's Bitcoin. The fund is made up of mostly Bitcoin, like 56%. And then 9 altcoins, and these are top tier altcoins. Well, I will read you off what basically they define as top tier altcoins. And I'm bringing this up because in the past I have said there are going to be many different ways that top tier altcoins are defined. they're the ones that are most available on U.S. exchanges, ones that are on Coinbase, ones that are on Trezor. Well, also ones that are in these funds, the top fund, the top index of these very professional San Francisco and New York-based companies in the future, and London-based companies. Well, here is their list, and it's no shock. Ethereum, Litecoin, Bcash, Dash, Monero, Zcash, and then Stellar, EOS, and Ripple. Now, I don't approve of Stellar, EOS, and Ripple. They would not be in my top tier. But you can't deny that a lot of people are into Ripple, EOS, and probably Stellar also. So they got to do what they got to do, okay? But these aren't, and if you go to CoinMarketCap, these aren't necessarily the top 10 ones. Definitely Dash and Monero and Zcash, and even Bcash now is not, not B, excuse me, not B. Dash, Monero, and Zcash are not in the top 10 in terms of market valuation. But these guys know, they're smart. They know that those are the legit ones. I mean, there's reasons for each one. I have repeated those in the past. Now, something that sticks out is that SV is not there at all, okay? SV is in none of their funds. Now, they've got another one called the Bitwise 20, and this is basically the second tier of altcoins. Now, again, I'm not advising anyone mess with altcoins at all, but I think this is very interesting. And I want to see if this trend, once these other funds pop up that are professional, if they also list their coins and group their coins in a similar manner. Now, what was shocking about the second tier 20, the top 20, and it probably includes some third tier coins too. I mean, how big? The second tier shouldn't be very large either. Top tier should be very clearly defined, and I think they did a good job of that. Then the second tier, which probably has maybe some third tier in there too, it's called the Bitwise 20 mid-cap crypto. And it's like Steam is on there, which wasn't much of a surprise. BGold was on there. B Diamond was on there. They're throwing B Diamond in there. What are these? And it made me think, like, maybe they know something that I don't know, that Coinbase is probably going to list all of those. Now, I would think Coinbase is going to list BGold and Steam. Are they going to list? And then they have all these other ones listed. I'm not going to get into all 20 of them. You can. It's linked to below. Check it out for yourself. See what you think of all of this. See if you think it's totally nonsense. Again, in one way, it is nonsense. You should just, if you want this stuff, you should buy it yourself. But what the revelation is there's so many people out there that are going to see this very professional site, and they're used to buying funds and indexes and all of this, and they're going to say, oh, look at the allotment. They've got it. This BGold, it seems good. I want to diversify for the sake of diversification, and I don't want the top tier ones. I want the second tier ones because it's more risky, and it is probably the payoff potential is higher. But going back to the B Diamond, again, if they're listing B Diamond, what happened to all the exchanges that were holding all your guys' Bitcoin, and they claimed the B Diamond and never gave the B Diamond to you? What happened to Coinbase's B Diamond? I mean, this is going to be, if B Diamond is going to be listed in all these funds one day, I'd be curious to know what they did with everybody's B Diamond, because all these third-party holders of Bitcoin, they're going to make out like bandits and sell all your B Diamond that you should have had, but it really wasn't yours because you didn't control your private key. Now, did you? So I don't know much. I mean, who hears about B Diamond? But these guys put it into the second tier. Then finally. And again, so these are probably future pumps of the world, these second and third tier ones that they have listed. Because if enough people would throw money to these funds, they're going to have to buy more of these coins, and it'll pump them up. Now, again, for me, it's just it's popcorn. I'm just watching this drama go by. And again, I think it is important to define a top tier of altcoins that will last. Again, Bitcoin is going to be dominant. Even the fund admits it. The fund itself is like 60% Bitcoin, and the rest are those top tier altcoins. That first one that I referred to. But okay, and then there's a third fund. It's like called the something 70, and this has tokens in it and all sorts of weird coins in it. Probably some of the tokens are their buddies down in Silicon Valley. And things they have inside information on, and But going back, this type of product, it looks impressive to someone who is used to the traditional financial markets, that's used to diversifying for the sake of diversification. If you're in the know and you're familiar with these altcoins, and you see a fund that has B Diamond in it, you're like, what is this, dude? What is it? And again, the allotment of B Diamond in the fund is small. It's like 1% or 2%, but still, yeah. So there you go. And this is the future. Another thing, like it or not, this is the future. People want these funds. They want other people to take their money and to throw it into these altcoins and the Bitcoin. They can't do it themselves. Hey, personal responsibility is the new counterculture. People want to throw their money at these funds that charge fees. And again, these guys are very professional. They were very honest. They had a report that exposed all of these exchanges for fakery. But yeah, they have funds with second and third and lower altcoins in them. But in the future, there will be debates. What's a second tier altcoin? What's a first tier altcoin? Funds like this are going to help define that. So there's my little peek into the future for all of you altcoin freaks out there. And I happen to be wearing my altcoin shirt today. And something that I didn't even look at, I don't know if Decred is in any of those funds or not. You guys look below and tell me. I didn't even think about looking. Decred's just on my shirt, dudes. I mean, it's a nice shirt. Cryptography gave me this shirt. He's great. You can get shirts like this linked to below. Trezor. And Steam, again, interesting that they have Steam in there. For everybody that's saying Steam, it's dead. They might still know something. Coin. And again, some of these second tier ones that they have listed, it just makes me think Coinbase is going to list these one day too. Because Coinbase once had a blog post that mentioned a lot of these, that we might do it one day. Well, yet you have a fund that's already doing it or saying they're going to do it. Okay, enough altcoins. Well, no, not enough altcoins. Andreas Antonopoulos has a new video out there. Unstoppable Code, the difference between can't and won't. And it's all about Ethereum. And he likes Ethereum. That's right. He likes Ethereum. Should you hate Andreas now because he likes Ethereum? No, you shouldn't. He's a smart guy. He's a great promoter of Bitcoin. He likes Ethereum also. And in this video, he talks about dApps built on Ethereum, and that the governance that is built into these dApps to control them should not allow them to be stopped. Because if there's a way to stop them, to turn them off, there's going to be some jurisdiction out there that isn't going to like the dApp, whatever it does. There's so many jurisdictions on this planet that one will find fault with your dApp, and they will try to legally or by other means make you turn it off. And thus, yeah, the difference between can't and won't. You won't want to do it, but if you can do it, well then you're going to do it possibly. Go watch the video. It involves centralization here, this dApp stuff, but he advises just build something that can't be turned off. Well, I made it. I can't do anything about it now. Jurisdiction, too bad. It can't be turned off. All right, but yeah, he likes Ethereum. Okay, watch the video. It's interesting if you like that kind of stuff. Pound that like button. All right, Tour de Meester. Looking for a more sophisticated Bitcoin cold storage than a simple Trezor/Ledger, but less involved than Glacier Protocol? I recommend this white paper, which describes a setup process that can take as little as 2 hours. Oh, as little as 2 hours? All right, dude. Yeah, so a lot of you have asked, like, I want to do Glacier Protocol. I want to do the Tour de Meester, greatest thing on earth. Well, this is in between Trezor and that. I didn't read the thing. If you want to read the thing, and if you got 2 hours to set this up, then check it out. It's something that's not as good, is not as intense as Glacier Protocol and Trace Mayer's thing, but it's recommended by Tour de Meester. Check it out. Link to below. There's some news of the day. All right, Whale Panda reminds us of some classic FUD from September the 29th, 2017. Now, a lot of you weren't around at the time. And I think Garzik sent out this FUD. Unfortunately, I forgot to write down the name of the person who did this FUD, but someone who had respect in the community at one time sent out this tweet, and this just gives you the vibe at the time, and it should strengthen your hand because you're going to hear things like this in the future that are scary. And it says, and again, people were anticipating the 2x hard fork. We'd already had the Bcash one, and people were saying, well, the 2x is coming. Maybe it will be the real Bitcoin. Meanwhile, if you go back to my videos, I was just saying, I love this crypto dividend stuff. Give us this free 2x. It's just going to be an altcoin. We're going to get 5% on our money because of it. Of course, they totally failed. It didn't work out. The 2x couldn't even be produced. And that's why you don't rush things. And that's why you don't all of a sudden have a fork and say, well, that's a new Bitcoin. And then if you said it was a new Bitcoin and it dies, then Bitcoin's dead. But here's what he said. The legacy chain will take years to get back to normal, if ever. It will be basically unusable due to rapid departure of hash rate. Now, that sounds pretty scary. That sounds, and people were repeating this over and over again, that the legacy chain, meaning the Bitcoin as we know it, BTC, will take years to get back to normal. Yeah, what a joke this turned out to be. Total FUD. But people forget it. People forget it immediately. And then when you start hearing things like, so like end of the world scenarios, oh, Bitcoin will never recover from this. It will take years. It will be unstable. Has that ever happened? No, it's never happened. How many times has it been threatened, though? Thousands, hundreds of times over Twitter, thousands of times over Twitter by respectable people like this dude who put this out there. And again, I'm giving you the feel the vibe back then. Some people were FUDing back on September 29, 2017, saying, oh, the end is near, scaring people, creating weak hands. Well, I was saying, no, we're about to get a free crypto dividend. Now, we never got that free crypto dividend because it totally blew up. But I was calm as a cucumber, or whatever the saying may be. At that point, I knew that these things, that the Bitcoin is the rock. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin, not 2x. Like this guy was trying to say that 2x was the next Bitcoin, and that the real Bitcoin would take years to recover. Years to recover. What? Nothing happened. Nothing happened to BTC because of this, except the price went, in terms of fiat, went flying sky high. Okay, follow me at TechBalt, TCHBALT on Twitter. Oh, I'm going to get on a plane very soon, flying out of LAX straight to Baltimore. All right, finally, yes, this is another reminder for you people who have short memories. Dragon X was hacked. Here's what we know so far, and this is from Breaker Magazine. It's a exchange in Singapore got hacked. Exchange hacks are common. In 2018, nearly $1 billion was stolen this way. Now, again, some of you still keep your coins on exchanges. It's going to keep on happening, dudes. And this is just a friendly reminder. It's just right in your face, and you're still putting your money on these exchanges, which don't give you the crypto dividends, which have fake trading volume on them, which try to blackmail coins into ransom payments, but you still, no one in their right mind, who in their right mind would keep their coins in such an environment where all this craziness happens, where hacks are going to keep on happening, and you can't predict which exchange is next. Hacks. We do that in quotes too, because some of the times the person, it's an insider job that's just stealing. And it's an exit scam. It's a way to get out. All right, dudes, pound that like button, bang that bell button, click on those squares if you're watching this taped. Spread the word over Twitter, TECHBALT. Check out the podcast, sportsmeister.com. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. We'll have a show on Thursday at some point when I'm back home in Baltimore for the first time since early December. And obviously, I've got a lot to take care of in Baltimore. Since so much has changed in my life there and in my family's life there since November, but I am looking forward to it. There will be some challenges, obviously, but that's how life is, and it's a new way. It's a new beginning. It's a new beginning back there. So I will definitely be there for a month at least for Passover, and I'm happy about it. And there will be obviously moments of memory when I'm there and everything. But hey, that's life, and A new show every day, even when I'm in Baltimore, except the second day of Passover. You know, that's one of the rules. Second day of Passover, second day of Rosh Hashanah. There are no shows on this channel. See you guys soon back in Baltimore. Bye-bye.